Hello, this is Vincere from Shoutcast bringing you a random replay between NARF and ZergInfested. So this was a PvZ matchup, which is interesting and not one of my best matchups, but it is entertaining to watch most of the time due to the fact of annoying things like Colossi and Void Rays. I always look at things in terms of what's annoying for the Zerg player, since I really feel like the Zerg has a hard time controlling any matchups except with Mutalisk, which can be used to harass and do some damage with, but they're not very good mainstay to your army, as they are quickly overtaken by Phoenix and Stalkers. Anyways, ZergInfested is the one that sent me this replay, so we'll hope that it's a good replay, nice and entertaining, and doesn't keep us horribly bored. And I'm not sure what his opponent is, but I know ZergInfested is a diamond level player. I assume he was a diamond level player when this game took place. I assume that NARF is a diamond level player, although I am not completely positive on that. I am surprised not to see him throw the first pylon up near his ramp, and this could cost him a couple Zergling run-bys. So we will see if ZergInfested takes advantage of that, as the drone and probe hit heads with each other, or does the drone even have a head? More like some... I guess it does. That's an ugly looking thing, looking at the portrait. Anyways, probe is moving in now. Looking at all of the wonderful drones mining and the gas going up and spawning pool just going down at... It looks like that was a 15 gas, 14 pool. Very standard so far. Building another drone. Not doing anything with his other lings. Maybe building 6 links so he can do a bit of a run by here, since NARF is not walling off. However, he is building 2 gateways, so looks like we might see some early gateway pressure. Overlords moving out across the map. This one checking out for the expansion. That's always a great place to leave your Overlord, and fairly safe back here as long as no Void Rays or any other air unit come out. And it looks like we do have what's going to be a proxy pylon going up back here. Maybe. Anyway, still build an Overlord, has 3 larvae, plenty of money, surprised not to see lings or more drones come out, and there's the lings and a queen's building, and speed is... Oh, he got that gas started. He put it up early, but he didn't get it started soon enough, so he couldn't get his ling speed as early as he probably wanted to. Doing a little bit of a gas steal here. I'm not sure if he'll let it complete or just let the Zealot beat on it. Now here comes the second Zealot, so... supply locking himself a little bit here, which if he planned to do a Zealot rush could be a slight problem. And he does go ahead and let that finish, and it dies almost as immediately as it finishes. Is throwing up his early hatchery. I will be interested to see if he can stop early Zealot pressure. However, these Zealots are not being chrono boosted, so not getting a good amount of Zealots out right now. Zerglings are running down here. He's got a fair number of them. This may even be enough to take care of any early Zealots. So, probe sneaking in, and that kind of gives away that there... Oh, there isn't a proxy pylon there. I would have assumed for sure there was, but the probe does get to see that there is now indeed an expansion up, so served his purpose. Not a whole lot of Zealots here, even though we do have 2 gateways. He hasn't been pumping consistently, and he is building a 3rd gateway, and he does have a cyber core. He's got both his gas up, even though he's only building on 1 gas, just didn't want that gas stolen again. Building another pylon to make sure he doesn't supply lock himself, and he is moving out with 4 Zealots. This is a fairly late for just 4 Zealots, and he is going to run into a lot of Zerglings. In fact, enough... Oh, and since he was moving and not attacking... Oh, just not looking too good for the Zealots here. It looks like they are all going to die to these speedlings. Just way too many of them. Kind of a mistake right there, and really just because he wasn't consistently producing Zealots out of his gateways. If he had been producing Zealots solidly, he probably could have done a lot of damage, but he does have his Zealots up here at hold position, so the Zerglings can't do a run by. That is very necessary thing to do right there. Really surprised he didn't wall off, so only had to use 1 Zealot instead of 3, but That's okay. Still building lots and lots of Zerglings. He does have his expansion up, so he has taken an early economic lead, but we will see if he's been producing too many Zerglings, and yes, he is actually behind in income and harvesters right now, but that can quickly rectify itself. One thing I've noticed that a lot of Zerg players do is the most efficient is having one drone per mineral patch, so go ahead and transfer 4 of these drones off and send them over here and try to get it as evenly matched as possible. That'll help your income just a tiny bit, but it does help. Overlords and drones coming out. Surprised not to see a second queen come out for the expansion. And he is throwing down a Baneling nest, which I'm really surprised to see how popular that is, but there are a lot of zealots, so that may come in handy. I'd much rather just see a Roach Warren go straight down, but personal preference there, I guess. I think Banelings are one of the hardest units to manage as Zerg, because you can get way too many of them, and when you get too many of them, you can cost yourself the game. You'll take out their army, but you spent so much money taking out their army, it just really wasn't worth it. And one Zergling running up here and seeing the massive zealots and stalkers warp in. For the tech, does have his one weapon upgrade going, and we will see if he's got his one armor upgrade going, and it does not appear that he has an Evo chamber yet. It is getting a Hydralist Den. Hydras are very good against the tier 1 of Protoss, and I think these Banelings are actually going to come in very useful here. That is a lot of zealots. Ooh, he sliced the Ursa Dock calf. Was that really necessary? And now he will pay for it. Ooh, look at all those Banelings go. Oh, and most of those zealots now disappear. The rest are at low health. These Zerglings look like, I don't know if he didn't try to run past this. I think he could have done a lot more damage. I'm not sure that was quite enough Zerglings to do it, but apparently it was. And it looks like he does have his ramp walled off again. No, a little bit of a mistake there, not holding position, so getting a little bit of a Zergling run by, but there are only 3 Zergs here. As soon as he pulls the probes to attack, 1 probe goes down, that's it. Not a whole lot of time lost mining or anything like that. Building spine crawlers now, which is something I'm surprised he didn't do earlier, since that can help a lot. And finally starting to spread his creep, which is a very good idea. Needs to get his 2 bases connected, especially once he gets his Hydralists out. So you researching the range upgrade? Nope, not quite yet. He does have both gas going here and 1 gas going here. And here comes another wave from NARF. But it looks like these spine crawlers are going to fend this off along with the Hydralists just in time. He saw those buildings, saw that they were almost done, and knew that he had no chance of pushing right there. Spine crawlers are pretty much necessary against Protoss early game when they're staying on 1 base and trying to win the game that way. These zealots do have their 1 weapon upgrade, so they would kill Zerglings in 2 swings instead of 3. However, there isn't a Zergling on the board right now, unless I am mistaken. Nope, no Zerglings. 38 drones to 33 probes, so he definitely has the economic advantage now. I expect to see this. Oh, he's got plenty of gas, so I do not expect to see the second gas geyser go up anytime soon. And I expect to see a lot of drones morph in right now, yes. As he is actually a little bit low on the minerals, so doing a good job keeping his minerals down. Protoss player finally going for his expansion, which is a necessity. The queen just sitting here with 27 energy, so doing a pretty decent job of keeping that one down. 77 isn't horrible, so, but he should, oh, he is spreading the creep. Go ahead and throw down another creep tumor or 2, make the creep spread even faster. Slowly getting this creep to spread down the ramp and slowly across Depths of War, which doesn't take too long because it's such a small map. Now I would love to see some roaches mix in with these hydras to tank some of these zealots and some of the stalker blasts, and really let your hydras go to town on their army. And making sure that he did research. Yes, he did research the increased range. And there's the Roach Warren, so he is planning on getting some Roach Warrens, but I would love to see double evolution chambers go up right now and start throwing up the 1/1 upgrades. That would be a huge key thing right now, and I'm kind of surprised to see NARF stick with the pure gateway units for so long right now, dropping a changeling in to see what he can see, but I have a feeling it's going to die. Ooh, so is that Overseer? Yes, it is. Poor Overseer. But he did get to see that there is no Robo Bay up right now, sorry, there is a Robo Bay up right now, Robo Facility up right now, but no Robo Bay. And he is getting Immortals, which is, I don't know, relatively surprising. Does he even know that there's a Roach Warren up? Nope. Okay. Just predicting, I guess. And otherwise, that Immortal's just a waste of money if there are no Roaches come out.